Hello friends, welcome back to my channel IT Parivar. So guys, in the last video, we successfully created a resource group in Azure. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to create a virtual machine in Azure. Okay, so here I have logged in to portal.azure.com. In same way, you need to log in to portal.azure.com using your credential, and once you log in you need to go to portal menu. Okay, and here you will see option virtual machines. Okay, you need to click to virtual machines. Here you will see it is saying like no virtual machines to display. That means I haven't created any virtual machines. In same way, if you have created any virtual machines will be visible here. Otherwise it will show like no virtual machines to display. Now let's try to create. Before going to create, I want to show you one more thing. Here in the search menu, you can type virtual machine. Okay, and you can click to here. It will open the same window. Okay, so instead of going to portal menu and click to virtual machines, you can search and open the same console, or you can go with the portal menu as well. Okay, now let's try to create. Let's click to create virtual machines, and here you will see subscription name is Azure subscription 1. Okay, that is a free subscription. Okay, and here you will see resource group, right? So in as I explained in the last video, like resource group is very important part of Azure, because if we'll create any resource like a virtual machine, VM, or storage account, okay, those will be stored, or those will be you can say those will be inside the resource group. Okay, so this is just like a container. This is a container. Okay, so if you have already created, you can just click to drop down menu. Here you can select. In the last video I created this one, IT Parivar test. Okay, so I can select this. If you have not created and you want to create, you can create from here as well, just by going just by clicking to create new. Enter here group name like RG1, RG2, resource group 1, 2. Okay, whatever you want to keep the resource group name. Okay, for now I'm going to cancel. Okay, here you need to enter virtual machine name, VM, like IT VM1. Okay, or IT Parivar VM1, IT Parivar VM1. Yeah, you can see, you can put any name, VM1, 2, 3, whatever you want. Okay, here you can see region, right? US East by default. Okay, means if you will create a virtual machine, it will be get created in this region, East US region. Okay, let's see how many type of regions here available. You can see East US, West US to Pacific Australia East, and few others. Okay, so let's try to create this VM in US Central. Okay, availability zone. So availability zone means Azure offers a range of options for managing availability and resiliency for your applications. Architect your solution to use replicate VMs in availability zone or availability state. So, I mean, this is just for redundancy. You can see here, choose up to 3 availability zones, 1 VM per zone. Okay, or let Azure decide like which is the best zone for you. Okay, here once we'll click to drop down menu, you can see here no infrastructure redundancy required, availability zone, physical separate your resource within Azure region, virtual machine scale set, availability set. Means if you'll select the availability zone, okay, like availability zone, physically like separate your resource within a Azure region. Okay, so what Azure will do, your VM will create in like two location, three location, right? Just for the redundancy purpose. Okay. In same way, you can see here virtual machines is scale set. So these are the availability type actually. Distribute VM across zone and fault domain at scale. Automatically distribute your VM across multiple fault domains. Okay. So these are the type of availability zone. Okay. And it will just m- create your VM in like multiple zone, two zone, three zone, just for the redundancy purpose. For now, as we are going to create this machine for testing purpose, so we'll select this, no infrastructure redundancy required. Okay. Security type, trusted launch virtual, this is default. So you can see the basic level of security for your virtual machines. Okay. Protect against persistent and advanced attacks. Okay. So these are also like security type. So we can go with the standard. Okay. By default, here it is showing like image Windows Server 2025. Okay, Gen 2 free service eligible. Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, here you can see it is charging to $154. Okay, so if you will create, it will charge for $154. So if you are using a free account, you can create, but post creation uh, you can delete. Okay, you can deallocate the virtual machine. Okay, let's let's select, let's see if any other image. You can go with other free services like Ubuntu or any Linux version machine. Okay, so there are a lot of images here. Okay, you can select any free service eligible one. Okay, now you can scroll down. Okay, here you can see if there is any other uh, size available. So you can see only this size which cost is less than others. Okay. So let's go with this only. Okay. Here you need to put username. One more thing I want to show you. In case of Windows, okay, you will see here is username, password, confirm password, inbound port rule like 3389. But if you'll select any DOS based OS like Linux machine, Ubuntu operating system, okay, or Red Hat Linux, okay, it will show here the SSH. So either you can you need to enable SSH 22 port, okay, so that user can log in using the SSH, and you can choose password or key. Okay, so for now, let's create using this image Windows. I will show you also post creating this virtual machine, like how we can log into this virtual machine. Okay, so please don't skip. Let's put here username like IT admin. Okay, password. Put password at least 12-digit character so that your server will be secure. Okay, scroll down. You need to select this. Okay, if we'll select none, user will not be able to log in using RDP to the machine or server. Okay, so you must select RDP 3389 so that user can log in remotely to this virtual machine, server, or client machine. Okay, whatever you are creating. Let's click to next. Okay, it is saying 126. So this is the by default. Rest others are greater than this. So let's go with the default one. Okay, review it. Click to next, networking. Okay, here you need to select virtual network. If you have not created any virtual network or VNet, you can say, okay, you if you will click here, if it will not show anything, any VNet, this is a resource group, okay, and I have created one virtual network, that is VNet 1. If you haven't created, you can just click to create, okay, and once we'll click to create, it will I mean it will open a new window like this. You can say VNet 2 or virtual network 2. If you want to change anything like address space, address range, you can select. Otherwise, you can go with the default option and click to OK. Here we can see virtual network. One second. Yes, virtual network VNet 2 already selected. If you want, you can change it. Okay. Let's go with this VNet 2, the one which we created. Okay. Select if you want to change anything like network security group, basic, advanced. Let's keep with basic. Public inbound allowed selected port 3389 so that we can log in to this PC, this server, this VM remotely. Okay, so this should be enabled. Okay, in case of uh, in case of Linux or Ubuntu, you have to select this SSH 2022. Okay, minimize. Sorry, scroll down, and here you can see delete public IP and NIC when VM is deleted. Okay, if you want to delete automatically, once you will delete, you can select this. Once you delete the VM, and if you want, whenever you will delete the virtual machine or VM, this public IP and NIC should be deleted. Okay, so you can check this, otherwise you can just uncheck. Okay, if you will not select this, you need to delete it manually if you want to delete. Okay, now load balancing options, Azure load balancer, okay, application gateway. Okay, so for now, as we are going to just create this machine for testing purpose, so let's go with none, and let's click to review plus create. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, you can see here running final validation. This validation is going on. So it will take few minutes, you can say. Okay, pricing for other VM sizes, you can see 0.2110 USD per hours. Okay, so if you are using a free account, post creating a post testing, you can delete. Okay, otherwise your free credits will be uh, ended. Validation passed. Let's click to create. Okay, I have, yes, you can see here initializing the deployment, submitting the deployment template for resource. Deployment is in progress. Deployment is in progress. Once it will be created, virtual machines will be created. You will see here virtual machines or deployment successful. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds more. You can see here process is going on. Still it is in progress. So it will take some time, and it's depend on your network speed also, right? Deployment is in progress, still in progress. Here you can see it is showing in progress symbol. Okay, see your deployment is complete, right? Let's do one thing. Now let's go to virtual machine, and let's see if virtual machine created. So you can see here virtual machine has been created and it's showing running Windows operating system. Okay, and public IP is this. Let's try to copy this. Okay, IP, and let me show you by logging to this PC. Okay, so the public IP is this. Let's click to connect. As this is a Windows machine or server, so we can log in remotely. As we kept username IT admin, put password here and say okay. You can see, let's click to yes. Configuring remote session. Here you go. We are able to log in to the newly created virtual machines, okay, using IP address, public IP address. Okay, so guys, I think it's clear to you now how to create a virtual machine in Azure, and post creating the virtual machine, how to log in to the virtual machine remotely. Okay, as you can see, we are able to log in to this server now, or this virtual machines. It is still loading, so it will take few seconds more, as this is a newly built machine. Let's wait for a few seconds more. Okay, I want to clear each and everything, so that each and everything will be clear to you, right? Like by post creating the virtual machines, how we can test or how we can check, like if we are able to log into the server or to the virtual machines, the one which we created. Okay, so still it is loading. Okay, so for now it's taking some time. You can see, yes, I want to show you one thing, otherwise we have already logged in. Okay, so just allow me for a few seconds more so that I can show you that also, so that I mean we will be clear on each points. So server memory size is 1 GB only, right? That is why it is working slow. So here you can see server manager automatically opened. Okay, or if we'll minimize, we have logged in to this server, okay, successfully. And if you'll go here to the local server, okay, you will see the virtual machine name IT Parivar VM 123. So this is what I want to show you, like the same machine we have created with the same host name, with the same computer name, and we logged in using the IT admin account. You can see here IT admin. Now let me shut down this machine. Okay, continue. So this server has been shut down now. Okay, and now I'm going to delete this VM as well, or you can delete later on. Okay, if you're again again I want to remind you, if you're using a free subscription, free account, you can delete post testing. Okay, so guys, I hope this video will be helpful for you. So again, I'll request you to please subscribe IT Parivar. Click on bell icon so that whenever I'll upload the new videos, you will get the notification.